Okay, test 1 2. Check for desktop audio. There it is. Let's try this again. This is NieR RepliCant. Yes, it is the prequel to Automata, sort of. I'll have to rehash my talking points once more. But let's get started again. I just had some technical difficulties. I ended up playing through the prologue sequence with no sound going through to Streamlabs, so that was fun. So I'll try and repeat what I said during those 20 minutes of fun. I won't be talking over cutscenes. This one might be okay though, because it is just establishing shots, but the music is beautiful, so I kind of feel bad talking over it. For the uninitiated, NieR is this really weird niche game that actually comes from another game series called Drakengard. It's going to take a minute to explain the connections, and some of that explanation has a bit of spoiler in it to really hammer the connections down. So I will refrain until later on. But this is essentially an offshoot of the Drakengard franchise, which obviously turned into its own thing. And this game is the quote-unquote prequel to NieR Automata, which I'm sure everyone has heard of or seen at this point. That right there, that fade in of summer 2053 is such a good punch. Because you're like, wait a minute, how is it summer? It's snowing. Something went wrong. So, as I explained to myself earlier, I guess, because none of my sound was going through, the original version of the game, or the original release of the game, was split into two versions for the East and the West. In Japan, the main character was this young man here, unofficially titled Brother NieR. And in North America, we got Dad NieR, a much older man, serving as the protagonist. And I believe our young friend here, this is the first time that he is playable in the West, and is voiced by Ray Chase, who you may know as one Noctis. And this is his debut. Brother NieR, I mean, to the West. Not counting DLC for the original NieR that allowed you to play as him.
Hey, you okay?
I think so. I'm sorry. It'll stop in a second. I promise. But what about those monsters? Are they gonna come back for me?
Don't worry, Yona. I won't let those things anywhere near you. Sit tight. I'm gonna go see if I can find something to eat. Oh, and Yona.
Yeah?
Don't touch that book. Not ever. Got it?
Got it.
As I was saying, the two versions of the game had very similar content. The only difference was the protagonist. And I imagine that this remaster is not much different in that regard.
I won't let you lay a finger on Yona. I need more power. I need to protect Yona. Stay away from my sister.
The magic effects look a lot sharper and they pop out a little bit more. But before I get onto that subject, as I was saying, two versions of the game, East and West. The only difference was the protagonist. It was either brother or father, and that was because NieR came out during a time where it was like they didn't think that the brother-sister thing, or at least the Oni-chan type of protagonist, was very popular in the West. I believe original NieR came out in 2010, so it was definitely a very weird period for Japanese games. So, in order to help the sales, or help this game's chances of selling, they changed the protagonist from, you know, your pretty boy here to an older, grizzled man, and the dynamic between Yona and the protagonist from siblings to father and daughter. And a lot of people do like father NieR over brother NieR, but ultimately it's down to personal preference, and it really doesn't change the story too much. I mean, the story follows the same beats. The characters' motivations may be a little different, but that's basically the differences between the original release of NieR, which was NieR RepliCant, which was the Japanese release, and NieR Gestalt, which was the Western release. So, and the title of this game being NieR RepliCant version whatever blah blah blah, Yoko Taro likes his crazy numbers. Because this is young man NieR's official debut, as I've said, here in the rest of the world. Again, not counting that one DLC, because I don't know anyone who actually bought that DLC, or played that DLC. Well, as you can see, and as I can see, the game is definitely looking a lot prettier, as, you know, a remaster should. This area has a lot better lighting, in particular. Ooh, am I getting that weird frame rate drop again? No, that's just a slowdown from the magic effect. This area is a lot better lit, and it's a lot brighter. It's a lot easier to see some aspects of the map, not that you're paying terrible attention to them. Well, you can really see those buildings real nice. Combat is very simplistic. It's nothing like Automata. Well, it's similar to Automata in the sense that there is a light and heavy attack button, and you have your magic projectile book, but it's very simplistic. The original game, the combat was described as serviceable, and it remains that way here, as far as I can see. And there's your bullet hells. Yokotaro loves his bullet hells.
Yona!
I do hope the audio quality on this turns out well, because I do want to archive this. Another point that I wanted to bring up is that because of the change back to Brother NieR and the fact that he is in the international release or the English release, whatever you want to take it as, that the entire game had to be redubbed around that fact. So a lot of the voice lines, most if not all of the voice lines are redone using the same actors and a couple new ones like Mr. Ray Chase here, because Brother NieR didn't have an English voice. So I am very keen to hear what some of the rereadings of some lines are like. I believe the music has been rearranged as well, from what I heard earlier during my technical snafu. But I'll let you be the judge of that once this sequence is finished. Just wail on this boss for a bit. Here's one of the game's little gimmicks. When bosses' health bars are depleted, they don't necessarily die right away. You kind of have to attack a critical point. Yeah, this was also in the original sequence. You get some ridiculous level ups, and the game is basically just showing off its mechanics before you plunge right in.
Yona, talk to me.
It's okay. I'm fine. What about you?
Those guys were nothing.
Okay, good. Hey, by the way, look at this. I found it while you were gone.
Whoa, is that a cookie?
Here. We can split it.
No, you take it.
No, you need to eat too.
Fine, I'll take the small half.
No, come on. You need to keep up your straight.
Yona! Yona!
Oh no. I'm sorry, I dropped the cookie. I didn't mean to.
Yona? Why did you?
You've always been the one helping me. So I just wanted to...
No. Yona! Yona! We need help. Please, somebody, we need help! Help us!
The improved lighting, you could see a lot more of that area. Not that there was much to explore, but it's a nice touch. And honestly, I think the brightness is better than like the heavily shadowed original version. Because snow is bright.
Oh, Yona.
I think that's an added voice line. I don't remember it in the original, but it's been a while since I played original NieR. And that's what tipped me off to, oh, hold on. They're really going through the script again. I mean, obviously they had to re-record the voices because, you know, can't just... It would be kind of lazy to just try and mash together the old recordings with the new recordings, but it's little stuff like that that I appreciate. $1,412 years later. Sure seems like a weird time skip.
All right, I'm heading out.
Can I come with you today?
Better not. I'm probably going hunting.
Okay.
But I'll bring you back a book from the library, okay?
Yay! Thanks!
I'll see you later. Try and get some rest.
Pick up a couple items. So yeah, this inside house theme definitely has been rearranged.
I should go to the library and see what Popola's up to.
And I think Song of the Ancients has also been rearranged, but I will find out in due time, which is not very long from now. Mailboxes are still the save point. Yes, of course they are. Don't pay any attention to that. That wasn't the file I ran through 16 minutes of almost no audio with. Still have a double jump by default. Character movement feels a lot more fluid. Loading screen diary entries.
Good morning. How's Yona doing today?
Her cough's still pretty bad.
That's worrisome.
I know. I keep hoping she'll at least get a little better, but I don't know. I feel like I'm failing her.
Oh, stop that. You're the finest brother a girl could hope to have. Anyway, I was hoping you might take care of this for me. I got a request from someone in the shopping district. They need you to get some mutton from the northern plains.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Since you're going to the plains, let me give you a map. Trust me, it'll come in handy.
I really appreciate how much smoother the game looks in terms of frame rate.
And one more thing. Would you mind purchasing 3 medicinal herbs from the client while you're at it? I used my last one earlier. Here's some money.
Popola, this is way too much.
Well then, buy some for Yona while you're at it.
You don't have to...
It's okay. Really. That's 3 pieces of mutton and 3 medicinal herbs, alright? Thanks.
You got it, Popola.
Thanks, Popola. For everything.
What's this all about?
Just the way you and the other villagers always take care of us. We really appreciate it, is all.
Think nothing of it. People need to look out for each other. Besides, everyone here wants to see Yona healthy and happy. So hang in there, okay?
I will.
Off we go. We'll do this right. Yep. Double jump just before. Hey, what are you doing?
Yona?
Oh,
Yona, you're supposed to be in bed. See, now your ribbon's all undone.
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd see if the library had any books about how to cure my sickness.
Yona, look, don't worry. You're gonna be fine. You just need to eat and rest. If you take good care of yourself, you'll get better.
You really think so?
I know so. Anyway, I've got work to do, so I need you to head home. Deal?
Deal.
I can definitely understand where parts of the script land better with the father character. This is still a neat experience.
People say the world is dying. Populations continue to fall, while plague and disease run rampant. If that wasn't enough, monsters called Shades now roam the land as well, threatening our very lives. But I can't let any of that distract me. My sister is sick, and my only goal is to ensure that the two of us survive. It's not easy for a pair of kids to live on their own. But the villagers have been kind to us, and despite everything, somehow I feel like we're gonna be okay. We have to be. There's no other choice.
Now, once again, I'm sure the uninitiated have many questions regarding the setting and all that. And to that I say, will be answered in due time. First things first. Oh yeah, they definitely rearranged the music.
Morning.
Hey, Devila.
You keep running around like that, you're gonna trip and fall on your face.
I think I'll be okay, but thanks for the warning.
I know Yona means everything to you, but don't overwork yourself, alright?
Also a neat little detail that I loved back in the original, that the lyrics are based on Devila's location. You talk to her, they stop. You walk away from her, they stop. And of course, if you come near her, they fade in. Sorry, I'm just taking a moment here. Alright. So I'm looking forward to hearing that later in the game. First order of business.
Sure wish I had a nice girl like Yona in my family.
You must be the kid Popola sent. I need 3 pieces of mutton as soon as you can, alright?
Alright, so before I can even buy any medicinal herbs from that merchant, I have to go and do the mutton chopping. Another thought that I had to myself earlier was, I was curious to see if the really aggressive sun bleaching that occurs when you go in and out of zones has been adjusted or not, and I'm gonna find out in just a couple seconds here. And it looks like the answer is yes, it has been toned down. As in almost non-existent. Probably just non-existent. In the original version of the game, when you went through little passageways and stuff like that, there was nothing but light that could be seen. Like the sun glare, bleaching, whatever you want to call it, was just super aggressive and it was blinding. One more mutton. Isn't there a sheep that ran over here? Yeah. That's wool. I don't need wool. Yet.
I better get...
Yeah, get the mutton back to the village. Huh, I like that little flourish that they did with the music there. I'll hear more of that soon.
Damn. What are Shades doing so close to town?
The original version of this song was very, very pretty. I'm gonna have to, like, take some time one of these days and just listen to the side-by-sides.
I had no idea Shades were loose so close to the village.
Keiichi Okabe does very good work in the musical department. He has done the soundtrack for both this game, the original version of this game, and its remaster, Automata. And if anyone watching is a Final Fantasy
Can't even
XIV
go hunting
player,
in peace anymore. Time to get this meat to the shopkeeper.
he provided the arrangements for the NieR 24-man raid series in Shadowbringers, which, of course, those arrangements are stellar. In my opinion, at least. You may not agree, but
Here's that mutton you wanted.
Oh, thank you.
everything is
You wouldn't
subjective.
believe how popular this stuff has been lately. And tell Popola I said thanks, okay?
You got it.
A little bit of
I
gold.
think Popola wanted 3 medicinal herbs.
Make sure you stock up on necessities before heading out to hunt.
Now your mouth still doesn't move.
Come back anytime.
Back to Popola I go. On the way, I'll listen to Devil sing a little bit. It's a shame there's no first-person camera mode that I know of. I would love to see... I mean, they'll be in the cutscenes later, but I would love to see the upscaled models. The original models were a little weird looking. I think it was intentional, but...
I delivered the mutton. Oh,
Great. That should help with the food shortage. And thanks for the herbs, too. That's all for today. You should hurry back to Yona.
thanks.
And before I do that, I just want to go over here real quick.
I guess it's...
Oh, it's locked. Well, I'll go look at it later, I guess. Probably should have put this on my solid state so it loaded a little quicker, but it's not really a big deal. Back to Yona we go. The library is going to be a recurring location. For some of you that may have finished Automata, you might recognize it.
Welcome home. How'd it go today? 'Cause I just stayed here all day like you told me to. I tried reading books, but I finished all of them. So if you have any fun stories, you should tell me.
Well, Popola told me about a legendary flower called a lunar tear. Have you heard of it?
That's a silly name.
I guess. But people say finding one will make you rich beyond your wildest
I
dreams.
think that line's different
If I
too.
ever found one, I'd buy you so many cookies your stomach would hurt.
Could a lunar tear make me better?
Sure. With that kind of money, we could buy the best medicine around. The kind that'll cure anything. Yona? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Good night.
You just gave her an idea.